some great things to talk about. Okay, we're back. We're live. So we're talking about like the idea of having a relationship reboot, which is super exciting and something I share with a lot of my couples. Oftentimes, if we are starting a new year, we're really inspired to start a lot of new things, right? Like we're really inspired to start a new workout plan, a new nutrition plan, all these things. So why not create a new relationship with the person that you've been with forever or a few months? So that's what we're going to be talking about today. We're in line with this relationship reboot, which means the last couple of weeks we've been talking about mindset. Because if you're going to set a goal, any goal, you can't just look at the behavioral parts of that, which is, oh, I'm going to set this goal of being able to, squat 200 pounds. Okay, so that's the actionable goal. Hi, Kate, by the way. I'm saying hi to everyone who I am noticing is here. Valerie's here too. Hi, guys. Thanks for joining me. Anytime you're going to set a goal, you have to think about the steps, the mindset that I have to be in. What's the mindset you have to be in to actually make this come true? So, before I go any further, for those of you who may be watching who don't know me, I'm Robin D'Angelo. Like how I snuck this in. I'm a licensed marriage and family therapist here in Laguna Hills, California. I am just a short drive from San Diego and a short drive from Los Angeles, but I never go to LA. So, I do my best to help couples really create their most epic relationships that last. I am a believer in good old-fashioned love and romance, but I also know it takes a lot of work. So I have made it my passion to help couples learn how to master the messiness of couplehood. And one of the ways I do that is with these live feeds, your midweek love break. I'm so used to saying midday love break. They used to be at noon. They are now in the evening. Because I had so many requests of like, Robin, we can't watch you because we're at lunch or we don't have time or my lunch break isn't during that time. So I've moved them to evenings. I listened to my Love Geek community and here I am for you. It's also my birthday. Yay! I really love birthdays, you guys. I feel like this is a day to just not only celebrate like, whew, I've made it this far. But it's a day to just have gratitude for all, your accomplishments, the people in your life, the ways that you've been able to give back to society and communities. So this has been a really, really awesome birthday day for me. So happy birthday to me. I told you guys, thanks, happy birthdays. I told you guys in my post that there will be cake. This is a coffee cake that I got this morning at Starbucks that I have been smelling all day. And I'm going to have some cake. So if you guys have some cake, please join in. Help yourself to some cake. Hey, thanks. Look at all the happy birthdays. I love it, you guys. Help yourselves to some cake. I'm going to dive in. Get some cake, Steph. This is my coffee cake. This is my birthday cake. I'm serious. I told you guys. We were going to party Love Geek style. You're going to watch me stuff my face. And then you're going to learn how to make your relationship epic. So, let me get to my notes. So the last couple of weeks, we have been talking about mindset and like how incredibly important this is in your relationship. The first week was mindset about yourself, right? Because if you have nothing but negativity about yourself, lots of, I call it negative self-talk, right? It's the messages we think to ourselves about our bodies, about how we show up at work, about if we're a good lover or not, if we can run fast or not. I mean, it's like all these little things. It's our thoughts all day long about how we think about ourselves. And if that's in a negative place for too long, it can totally impact our relationships. If you haven't seen the video, you guys go back. It's, it's on Facebook. It'll be on my website soon. But, I told this story. I gave this example of I was in this place for a while where I just was really unhappy with my body. I didn't feel very good. And apparently, unbeknownst to me, I was talking about this a lot more often than I thought I was. And my husband finally made a comment about like, babe, I find you incredibly attractive. I am happy with this package that I get to just be with and honor every day. However, you're pointing out flaws that you see as flaws areas that you see as deficits, areas that you are unhappy with, and you're using really strong language like I'm disgusted or this is so gross. And you're actually drawing my eyes to those parts of your body in a way that I never did before. And so that to me, you guys, oh my God, that blew my mind. I was like, oh my God, I'm actually impacting the way my husband sees me and experiences me because of my negative attitude. It was powerful. I mean, it was shitty. But what do we do when we get information? We make a choice, right? So you get the information. I got this information from my husband and I had a choice. I could shift the way I was sharing my information with him, or I could continue to do it and watch it continue to chip away at the way he saw me. So go back and check it out, you guys, if you missed that one. And then last week we talked about mindset about your partner, right? It's so important to check in and see like, well, where are we at with my partner? How do I think about them? How do I feel about them? How do I talk about them? All these things. So this week, we're kind of putting it all together, and we are talking about mindset about your relationship. Like, what do you think about your relationship? And when's the last time you even thought about what do I think about my relationship? So think about that for a minute. You know, if someone were to come up to you and ask, oh, how's your partner doing? How's your husband? How's your wife? I mean, you probably have oh yeah, they're doing great. Like work is going this way and, you know, this is what's going on. Or if someone said, oh, how are your kids doing? Haven't seen you guys in forever. But what if someone actually came up to you and said, so, Stephanie, how's your marriage lately? It's like, oh, shit. What do you think about your marriage lately? It's like, geez. I mean, I don't know about you, but that would knock the wind out of me. It's like, oh, God. You get put on the spot, right? I think because we don't think about this. So take a minute as I take another bite of my cake. Because I'm celebrating, people. It's my birthday. Just think about that for a minute. I'm being so rude and talking with my mouth full. Sorry. What's your mindset about your relationship? You know, there's this really great, when I'm working with my couples, there's something that we do. Thanks, Maggie. Thanks for the birthday wishes. After a certain amount of time working with my couples and they're feeling like, yeah, we're feeling really good. We're seeing changes happen consistently in our relationship. We're using the tools you're giving us and it's just totally enhancing our relationship, building intimacy. We're communicating better than ever. We don't have that same fight over and over again. Yay! And they start to, you know, I say graduate out of therapy. And something that I give them as a parting gift is I give them, you guys, the name of this cracks me up. I didn't create the name of this. I kind of want to rename it. But it's a tool to keep your finger kind of like on the pulse of your relationship. This thing is called the poop detector. Oh my gosh, whenever I give it to my clients in session, they probably see me get bright red because I just get so embarrassed. Here's your poop detector. We are adults, but what it is it's like, can you detect when shit is hitting the fan? And it's really cool because what it does is it forces you to take an inventory of where you're at with regards to your mindset on your relationship. How cool is that? So I just want to share, like, I'm going to throw out a couple of these questions. And if you guys just in the comments type in like, yep, been this lately, yep, been experiencing that. No, not really. Just put them in. So I'm gonna throw a few of these out here. Here's the instructions of this thing is how to assess how things are going in your marriage right now, like your perception, your mindset of your relationship right now. So I'm gonna throw these out there, and if you're feeling brave and courageous, which I know you all are, because you're here and you're here to focus on your relationship, put your comments in. So the first one is, I have been feeling irritable lately. Simple. Just a statement. I've been feeling irritable lately. Give me some thumbs or say, yes, that has been me, Robin. I've been feeling irritable lately. So just think about that for a minute. I've been feeling irritable lately. And put a comment in there. Next one. I have been feeling emotionally distant. What does that mean? What does that mean to you? Again, there's no instructions beyond just answer yes or no to these things, or true or false, however you want to answer it. I've been feeling emotionally distant lately. Number 3, there's been a lot of tension between us. So do you see what this is doing? This is getting you to reflect so that you can take an inventory of what's my mindset right now of my relationship. This is really important, you guys. Because if you want to go someplace new, true, Maggie, yeah. If you want to go someplace new, if you want to achieve something new, achieve a goal, you've got to know where you start so that you can head a specific direction, right? If you don't know where you're starting, how do you get anywhere? How about I've been feeling lonely lately? That's a big one. I hear that a lot from the couples that I work with. I hear that a lot from usually one of them, sometimes both of them. So again, as you're hearing this, you guys, give me some thumbs or some hearts if any of this is resonating with you. My partner has seemed emotionally unavailable to me. And again, for those of you that are watching, and this might be like new language, you haven't heard this, emotionally unavailable. What does that mean to you? What does that mean to you? I can give you a definition of emotional unavailability. But what does that mean to you when you think about this statement? My partner has seemed emotionally unavailable to me. So again, as you're listening, if any of these are resonating, say true, or give me, some thumbs ups, because I got my Facebook peeps and my Instagram people. My partner has little idea of what I'm thinking lately. My partner has little idea. They're clueless. They have no idea what's going on in my relationship, or my life, or my work. True, Benjamin. This is how you really gauge where you're at right now. How about this one? My partner's attention seems to be somewhere else. Again, it's just we're taking an inventory. Like, where are we at? If we're going to focus on our mindset of our own relationship, we've got to see where we're at to start with. So these are just some of the questions that when I'm working with my couples, this exercise that I totally am laughing at that is called the poop detector, because you're detecting when shit is hitting the fan. This is just one of, let me see, there's 30 questions. And what I usually tell people is make sure you're doing this once a month, you guys. Make sure you're taking an inventory, minimum, once a month. Because it's just like anything that needs and requires maintenance. Your relationship is a living, breathing being. Think of those of you who have kids watching right now. Can you imagine if you just ignored your crying child or your pouting child? I know you probably want to. But what happens? It gets louder. It demands your attention. And then you're frustrated. You're angry, right? And all of a sudden, this living, breathing thing has been demanding your attention in the worst ways possible. And at some point, you might even start to tune out. Oh, gosh. So as you're thinking about mindset, the first thing you have to do, I'm going to give you 3 things today that we're talking about. The first thing is take an inventory of where you're at with your mindset, with your relationship. These are the questions that I was just sharing with you. And if you're just popping on, go back and watch. There's a couple questions. There's 30, but I didn't go through all of them. I just threw out a couple. So you want to assess where you're at to start. The next thing I want you guys to do is I want you to think about, where's your focus been when it comes to how you think about and how you view your relationship? I can tell you that 100% of the couples that walk into my office or that pick up the phone and say, Robin, we need to come see you. We're not doing any of this weekly therapy thing. We're coming in for an intensive all day on Sunday. I was like, all right, you got it. Let's deep dive fast and, resurface quickly. They're coming in with a laundry list of all the things to complain about their partner and their relationship. Nobody, if you think about it, why are they calling me if everything is great? But oftentimes when you are in the stressful situations, when you are in a challenging place with your partner, with your relationship, it's really hard to focus on the things that do work, or it's really hard to focus on, the parts of them that you're grateful for, that you appreciate, that add value to the relationship. So I want you to think about it for a minute. What is your main focus on right now in your relationship? What is your main focus? Is your focus primarily, and when I say what's your focus, what do you think about most? What do you find yourself thinking about? What do you find yourself talking about most? Whether it's with your friends, a trusted family member, your therapist, maybe even your spouse or your partner. What are you focusing on? Are your thoughts and feelings primarily about your frustrations, primarily about what you don't want to happen, primarily about what is not happening and how come? Think about that for a minute. Or is your focus, which I highly doubt is, if you're here today, is your focus on, oh my gosh, I'm so grateful for, how they show up for me. Or I'm focusing on, how appreciative I am of the ways they support me when we're having a hard time. Like, are you focusing on what you don't want out of the relationship, what you want to avoid, what you're hoping never happens again, what you're hoping they never do or say again? Or are you focusing on the things I love about them and what I hope they continue to do because this works really well for us? Put some comments in the sections, you guys, below. Share with me. I want to know, where do you see your thoughts and your words going mostly? And for those of you that are just joining me, it's my birthday today, so I got some coffee cake. This is my cake. I'm going to eat some. And I invite you guys to indulge in some treats to celebrate my birthday with me, because I love birthdays. I really do. So happy birthday to me and eating my cake. Just share with me as I'm eating with my mouth full. Thanks, Benjamin. I really appreciate that. Gotta wash this down. If you guys know, coffee cake is meant to be had with coffee because it's pretty dry. And I don't have any coffee. So, okay. Second step, like I said, is to take a look at what you're focusing on. There's a really great quote, which, by the way, those of you who know me know that I love quotes. I usually just butcher them because I can't ever remember who says them or exactly how they go. So I just do my best to paraphrase. But please know I never take credit for these unless I say this is mine. There's a quote that says, where your attention goes, energy flows, right? So if all of your attention is going towards all the things I'm frustrated about with my partner and my relationship, all the ways my relationship is not fulfilling me, all the ways I think I deserve a better relationship. I can't tell you how many times I hear that. I don't deserve this shit. Who do they think they are? I'm the best thing that happened to them. How could they not realize that, right? I'm sure we've all been there at one point or another, feeling our righteous indignation of, oh my God, no one else would put up with this shit. Have you guys ever thought that? I haven't. So that's the second piece, right? First piece is, where exactly am I at? Taking an inventory, where am I at with my own mindset when it comes to my relationship. Paulina, you said you're focused a lot on wondering if he will care to love me how I hope to be loved. Oh, wow. So to me, that almost sounds like you're coming from this, it's a fearful place. I could be wrong. Maybe it's a curious place. Hey, Lisa. Oh my gosh, look at all these birthday wishes. Thank you, Paulina. But what I know to be true is when we come from a place of feeling uncertain, uneasy, we stay in that. We recreate that. We literally will ruminate, right? I always use this example of if I told you to look out the window during the day, obviously it's dark right now, and tell me everything that you see that's red. You will start scanning and you will start looking for, your brain literally is given your brain is like, oh, a puzzle, let's go find this. because you're focusing on, I have a task. I'm focusing on everything that's red. I see a stop sign over there. I see a red car. I'm looking out my window. I see this red car. Oh, there's a gal walking by with, a red bag on her shoulder. You will find what you are looking for. You will see more of what you are looking for and what you're focused on. It's just a fact. I'm sure there's a fancy name for it, but I like to think of it as we create what we're focused on. And when I mean create, I just mean you bring it into your awareness more. Haven't you ever noticed someone might say, like, how did you miss that sitting right there? You're like, oh shit, like I just wasn't looking for it. You will find what you're looking for. Law of attraction, that's it, Lisa. Totally. Law of attraction, thank you. I'm like, I'm not making this stuff up. This isn't like, Robin knows it all. No. This is stuff that I've learned over the years in working with my couples and giving them the information and the direction of, if you want to start seeing that love, Paulina, if you want to start getting and receiving that love, we have got to know what to look for, right? We have got to know the questions to ask. We have got to know how to ask for what we need. We have got to learn how to connect with our partners deeply enough and be ready and willing to receive that love. Because I'll tell you one thing, if you're looking for a particular kind of love and hoping and praying and maybe you've never had that love, I'm not sure you would recognize it if you did get it. Something to keep in mind. You guys, the last piece I want you to think about. I'm just checking my notes. How does time fly so fast, you guys? My goodness. You guys, you have to make a choice. You have to make a choice. And how powerful is that? You get to make a choice. I should totally take have to out of my language. Because we don't. The only thing we have to do is die eventually. Literally, we have nothing else that we have to do in our life. You get to choose. You get to choose what you think about and talk about most. You get to choose what you focus on most. So the last piece of this I want you guys to just hear is you get to choose a shift. So you get to choose what you think about and talk about most. You get to decide to focus on what works or what sucks. You get to choose. Benjamin, you said, well, I love this. What about having a partner who checks out of the relationship? Is there hope or should I move on? How long do you try to keep it going before you sadly let go? That's such a great question. And I think, you could ask 10 different people this question and you'll get 10 different answers. So to me, when I hear that, I think, well, shit, that means I'm the only one who really knows. I'm the only one who can decide when enough is enough. I'm the only one who gets to decide, am I willing to try something different that I've never done before? And when I say that, I mean, am I willing to maybe go get some outside help? It was Einstein. I love it. You guys are going to crack up. I love quotes. Einstein said that something along the lines of, you can't solve a problem with the same brain that created it. That's why coming in for couples therapy, going to a counselor, going to someone who is trained how to teach people how to communicate differently, have different conversations, how to get their needs met, is so much more helpful than just trying to do it yourself. And if you're banging your head against the wall, if you can do it yourself and it's productive, oh my gosh, more power to you. My philosophy is, if it works, keep doing it. If it works, do more of it. If it doesn't work, do something else. This is where the choice comes in, right? If something isn't working, do something else. And if you're not sure what that is, reach out to a professional. Reach out to a relationship expert, right? Like, I am not in the job of fixing relationships. Goodness, that is not my job. I'm here to give resources and tools so that you can fix your relationships, so that you can get them back online, so that you can create that epic relationship that you truly deserve and truly desire. I also give you those tools so that if you need to dissolve a relationship that is no longer working for you or that is toxic, you can do that lovingly, compassionately. Benjamin, does that answer your question of kind of how do I do this and what do I do and should I move on or not? I hope that answers your question. I'm having more cake, guys. Happy birthday to me. I've been thinking about this all day today. I was like, I'm going to eat and then I'm going to hang out and not mind that I'm stuffing my face. So, a little water. It's a little dry. Yes, that's helpful. I'm so glad, Benjamin. I'm so glad. Hey, thanks for the birthday wishes. I'm not sure how to say your name. If it's Rebe or Reeb, I'm not sure. But either way, thanks, girl. Appreciate that. So we've talked about mindset, you guys. We've talked about like how you think about your relationship is so incredibly important. We've talked about figuring out where you at with it. So it's like, okay, so how do I see my relationship? What's my mindset about my relationship? What am I focusing on? And what do I want to do about this? What's the shift I'm going to choose? Right? And oftentimes, you guys can try this on your own. This is awesome. But you get to a point where it either becomes so much work for you and your partner's not doing anything, or they're just not aware, or they're not willing, whatever it is, that it's time to get a little bit of extra support. And I really want to encourage you, those of you that are watching, like, if you're local and you would like some support with your relationship, reach out. I would be honored to support you in that. I do couples counseling for one many times because either a partner is unwilling or just not able to physically be there. Because relationships are like machines, and if you tweak one aspect of a machine, it can continue to work. It just works differently. That's you. You're the one little piece that we get to tweak in the machine. So, and if you're not local, no worries. You know, I have people that come in from out of town to do intensives. So if you are feeling like, God, Robin, that would be so awesome to have just like 6 hours one-on-one. I do private couples intensives, you guys. Private. There's no other couples. I don't do group stuff. Not yet anyway. I really love that intimate environment and the ability to be so intensive together. And I really take care of you. I mean, it's a time where you are coming to get away from all the minutia that is just noise. Because we get noise, right? We get noise that just holds our attention and pulls us away from our relationships and really strips us of our ability to show up in our relationships. So, yeah, I just want to put that out there for you guys. If you're wanting some of that extra support and extra help, just reach out. We get one shot that we know of for sure. We get one shot at being on this planet. You gotta make it fulfilling. You gotta make it happy. You gotta make it worthwhile. And if you can't do that on your own, I'd love to help. So anyways, reach out, you guys, if you are looking for that support, if you're ready to take action beyond reading the self-help books, beyond just putting these into play, these tools that I give you. I love it. Go do it. And if it works, like I said, woo, keep doing it. But if you need that extra support, please do not do what the majority of couples do, which is wait on average 7 years after things have already been really bad. Please don't do that. I may get some shit from fellow therapists, but there is a point in a relationship where it's beyond repair. There really are places. I am not going to be that therapist that says, oh my gosh, I can help anyone and everyone, no matter how. Like, I will do my best to give you the tools that you need that I know will help. You have to be willing to put them into play. You have to be willing to do the hard stuff and for it to be painful and to hang in there. And there's some couples that just aren't. So please know that. Like, I am not going to sugarcoat anything, and I don't bullshit my clients. You know, if I meet with someone and it's like, I don't think I can take you guys any further, I will refer you out, or that's kind of what I do. So just know that epic relationships are more than possible and doable. You know, I've built my whole life's mission and purpose to help couples just like you guys, people just like you in relationships to help create them, make them epic. So, all right, you guys, was this helpful? I'm just curious. For those of you that are still hanging out, I'm going to take another bite of my cake because it's my birthday and I'm celebrating. I brought myself a coffee cake this morning. Olga's here. What? Lady, I'm just about to hop out of here, and it's my birthday, so I'm eating cake. So I want to hear from you guys with a mouthful of food. If this has been helpful, give me some thumbs up. Give me some yeses. If you have any questions based on what we talked about, put them in the comments. I think it's important. Yay, I'm getting hearts. Very helpful. You're a great speaker. Aw, thanks. Even when I'm like stuffing my face with cake. I think anyone is a great speaker if they're talking about something that they know a lot about and that they feel really passionate about. And if you couldn't tell, I'm real passionate about this stuff because I just, you guys, I see so many couples that struggle. You have to listen to the replay. Thanks for sharing on your birthday. Thanks. Yes, watch the replay. So many couples struggle, and it just breaks my heart because, like I said, it doesn't have to be this hard. It doesn't have to be this hard. And I can give you the tools to ease that tension and ease the friction. So, Paulina, enjoy your birthday. I look forward to Wednesdays now. Oh, I'm so glad. Super cool. All right, you guys. Well, I'm going to head out of here because guess what? My awesome husband has waiting for me at home. Can you guys, actually, I'm curious, for those of you that are watching, can you guess what, like, I don't know if it's my favorite, but I'm real excited to go home and have this for dinner. Take a guess for those of you watching. I want to see how much you guys think you know about me. As I have my cake. What would be Robin DiAngelo, the happy couple expert, the love geek, what would be the ideal dinner on her birthday? Even though I'm totally having dessert first. What do you guys think? Olga, if you're still here, you should have a pretty good idea of what that is. Food for the soul on Wednesdays. Happy birthday! Yay! Thanks, Cynthia. Pasta and Italian sausage. Okay. That's in. We'll see. Let's see what else people come from. Tell Brandon hi. I'll tell him hi. Carnitas. Oh my gosh. Olga. Speaking my language, lady. Is that it? Is that all we got? Pasta and Italian sausage, carnitas. Anyone else have a guess? I'm going to have one more bite of cake and then I'll tell you. This is so fun. Wednesdays are great with you guys. I love having you guys here. Okay, so my birthday dinner that is at home waiting for me. Are you ready? That's a drum roll. Tacos and champagne. I love Mexican food so much. And I said, husband, I want tacos and bubbles for dinner. Make it happen, please. And he said, you got it, wife. So thank you guys so much for being here and for celebrating my birthday with me and just showing up, because you guys know how passionate I am about this, but when you show up, that's what fills me up. Because that says you too are passionate and committed to creating epic relationships, that you too believe if I'm not in a good place in my relationship, I can be, and there's something I can do about it. And Robin will probably give me a few tips, tools, and tricks on how to do that. So thank you guys for showing up. Come back every Wednesday night, 6:30, unless something changes, 6:30 p.m. Pacific time, 9:30 Eastern time. No idea what time around the world. But I'm just so happy to have you guys here live. And just remember, anytime you guys want me to address a particular topic on here, shoot me an email. If you're not already on my email list, go to my website and you can sign up for that, happycoupleexpert.com. And that way you get an email every week that says, hey, get ready, this is the topic we're talking about. And if you want, and if you have a specific question, you can send me the question and I will answer it live, anonymously, on these midweek love breaks. So thank you guys for taking a break to focus on your relationship, to hang out and celebrate on my birthday. I for real am going to go now. And I just thank you all so much for being here with me. Mwah! Big love. Go enjoy the rest of your week. Bye. Ah. try to